Hey Groton, as many of you know, my name is Adam Puccino, and I've been one of your town councilors for the past 2 years. What many of you don't know is that I'm a husband to my beautiful bride of nearly 40 years, father to 3 adult children, and nana to 4 grandchildren. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Navy Seabees, the Connecticut Army National Guard, and the U.S. Coast Guard, totaling 25 years of service. In my military career, I served under 6 U.S. presidents and 3 Connecticut governors. I participated in landing zone and rapid runway repair exercises on the island of Tinian in the Northern Marianas Islands. I participated in maintaining mission readiness on the U.S. territory of Guam in the Western Pacific. On the other side of the planet, during Operation Restore Hope, I drilled a well and fed war-battered Somali people in the African desert outside Odur, Somalia. During Operation Iraqi Freedom, while aboard the Coast Guard cutter Dallas, I served with the George Washington Battle Group off the coast of Cyprus, Syria, and Lebanon in the Mediterranean Sea. I've actually jumped off 2 perfectly good ships in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and yes, both of them was on purpose, and one of them was the Coast Guard cutter Eagle. I've received roughly 24 medals and ribbons, among them 5 I didn't get caught medals, although some would call them good conduct. After military retirement, I continued service to country with another 8.5 years when my application was accepted to become, at the time, the only brick, stone, and concrete mason on the U.S. subbase. I formed, poured, and finished hundreds of cubic yards of concrete. 6 of those years, I also had the honor of serving my co-workers as the chief union steward with the Metal Trades Council, where I read, voted on, modified, and ultimately ratified multiple union contracts. When I ran for town council 2 years ago, I honestly didn't know how I was going to conduct myself in this new elected public service aspect of my life. So I adopted the common man theory and looked at the town's budget with these questions. What would most people of median means do if this was their personal budget? And with every item on the agenda, how will my next vote help my constituents, the people who put their trust in me to represent them and their needs? Using those 2 processes and a heaping helping of common sense, I think I've served the town and the city residents of Groton extremely well. As a member of the Pleasant Valley School Reuse Committee, I helped successfully vet and choose a developer, and the town is now currently working with said developer. My goals for this next term will be: 1, getting the Groton Heights School under development. It has sat idle and deteriorating long enough, and the neighborhood deserves better. 2, after hearing what the S.B. Butler neighborhood desires for the S.B. Butler property, it is clear to me what they actually want is to keep S.B. Butler zoned RS12. Although that is primarily planning and zoning issue, if it ever finds itself on the town council's agenda, I will wholeheartedly respect the neighborhood's wishes and vote accordingly. 3, the continuation of the athletic fields funding and subsequent funding referendums. It has been a long time coming for the Groton Athletics Fields. I'd like to thank the Groton Athletic Fields Committee for their years of effort and diligence. They've done an outstanding job in their research and their recommendations. 4, I intend to keep Groton's mill rate as low as possible while still providing the much-needed services Groton residents deserve. If you haven't noticed, I've dedicated nearly 40 years of my life to service to my country, my countrymen, our uniformed warfighters, and our town. I would like to continue with your blessing. So on November 4th, I'm asking you for your vote, and I promise to serve Groton with drama-free, common sense, honesty, integrity, and actual transparency that you and Groton deserve from your elected official. Thank you in advance for your support.